Have you ever trusted the wrong person, believed a lie, or let your emotions take over, only to regret it later? We all have. Maybe it was a friend who turned out to be fake, a decision made in the heat of the moment, or a situation where you realized too late that you were being manipulated. In today's world, it's easy to fall into these traps. We're constantly surrounded by misinformation, emotional triggers, and people who don't always have our best interests at heart. Being naive doesn't mean being unintelligent. It means lacking the wisdom to see things clearly before they happen. That's where Stoicism comes in. This isn't just some ancient philosophy, it's a survival tool for modern life. It teaches us how to think critically, control our emotions, and avoid being easily deceived. Today, we'll uncover 6 clear signs of a naive mind and, more importantly, how to fix them using timeless Stoic wisdom. Trust me, the 6th sign is something most people overlook, but mastering it can completely change the way you navigate life. Let's get started. Blind trust in others. One of the biggest signs of a naive mind is blindly trusting people without questioning their intentions. It's easy to assume that others are as honest as we are, but that's not always the case. Think about it. How many people have fallen for scams, false promises, or manipulative relationships simply because they took someone at their word? Maybe it was a business deal that sounded too good to be true, or a friend who kept making excuses but never followed through. Naive minds believe in words. Wise minds look for actions. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, had a simple rule: if someone can prove me wrong, I will gladly change my opinion. This is powerful because it teaches us to stay open-minded but not gullible. Don't just accept what people say. Analyze, verify, and seek proof. If someone is genuine, their actions will match their words. If not, you've just saved yourself from disappointment. Bottom line, question everything, not with paranoia, but with wisdom. Trust should be earned, not given freely. Emotional reactivity. Ever said or done something in the heat of the moment, only to regret it later? Maybe you snapped at a friend, quit a job in frustration, or made a big decision purely out of excitement. This is what happens when emotions take control before logic has a chance to step in. A naive mind reacts instantly: anger, fear, excitement, without stopping to think. But a wise mind pauses, reflects, and responds with clarity. Epictetus, a great Stoic philosopher, put it best: it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You can't control everything in life, but you can control how you respond. The fix? Pause before reacting. When faced with an emotional trigger, take a breath and ask yourself, is this within my control? Most of the time, emotions cloud our judgment and make small problems seem huge. But when you slow down and think, you regain control. Master this, and you'll avoid unnecessary regret, broken relationships, and impulsive mistakes. Overvaluing external validation. Do you ever feel like your worth depends on how others see you? Maybe it's checking social media for likes, feeling discouraged when someone doesn't approve of your choices, or constantly seeking praise to feel good about yourself. A naive mind craves validation from others. A wise mind builds self-respect from within. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, warned us, "He who depends on others for happiness will always be a slave." If your confidence rises and falls based on people's opinions, you're giving them control over your life. But here's the truth: external approval is fleeting, but self-respect lasts. The fix? Detach from external opinions. Instead of chasing likes, compliments, or validation, focus on inner virtue. Are you acting with integrity? Are you staying true to your values? That's what matters. When you shift your focus inward, you free yourself from the trap of seeking approval, and that's when true confidence begins. Avoiding discomfort and hard truths. Let's be honest, facing hard truths is uncomfortable. It's easier to ignore red flags in a relationship, stay in a dead-end job, or avoid dealing with problems, hoping they will magically fix themselves. But deep down, we know that avoidance only makes things worse. A naive mind runs from discomfort. A wise mind embraces it as a path to growth. Ryan Holiday, a modern Stoic thinker, summed this up perfectly: the obstacle is the way. In other words, the challenges you avoid are often the very things that will make you stronger. The fix: stop running. Face the truth, no matter how painful. If something feels off in a relationship or career, acknowledge it. If a situation is difficult, lean into it instead of escaping. Growth only happens when you confront reality head-on. Once you stop fearing discomfort, you gain power over it. And that's how you build true resilience. Believing happiness comes from wealth and status. Society tells us that more money, more success, and more fame will bring happiness. But if that were true, why do so many wealthy celebrities struggle with depression, addiction, and dissatisfaction? A naive mind believes fulfillment comes from wealth and status. A wise mind knows that true happiness comes from within. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, put it, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Chasing money and status isn't the problem. Tying your self-worth to them is. The fix: shift your focus to what truly matters. Character: are you living with integrity? Wisdom: are you growing and learning? Peace of mind: are you content with what you have? Real happiness isn't found in external things. It's built from within. Once you understand this, you stop chasing empty goals and start creating a life that fulfills you. Most overlooked: ignoring the power of self-reflection. Most people go through life on autopilot, making the same mistakes, repeating toxic patterns, and wondering why nothing changes. They don't stop to ask, what went wrong? Or, how can I grow? A naive mind drifts through life without self-awareness. A wise mind constantly reflects, learns, and improves. Seneca warned us, an unexamined life is a wasted one. If you never take time to analyze your choices, behaviors, and mindset, how can you ever grow? The fix: daily self-reflection. Every night, ask yourself, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? What lesson can I take tomorrow? Self-reflection is a superpower. It prevents you from repeating the same mistakes and helps you make better decisions, stronger relationships, and a more fulfilled life. The moment you start reflecting, you stop being naive and start becoming wise. So let's quickly recap the 6 signs of a naive mind. 1. Blind trust in others. Don't believe words without questioning intentions. 2. Emotional reactivity. Pause before reacting. Control your response. 3. Overvaluing external validation. Seek self-respect, not approval. 4. Avoiding discomfort and hard truths. Face reality. Growth comes from challenges. 5. Believing happiness comes from wealth and status. True fulfillment is found within. 6. Ignoring the power of self-reflection. Learn from your experiences. Ask yourself, what can I improve? Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 6 do you struggle with the most? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom that sharpens your mind and strengthens your character. And here's a final thought to leave you with. What if mastering these Stoic lessons was the key to true mental freedom?